So we've let our must cool, and now it's time to check the temperature. It's approximately 40 degrees, and that's an ideal temperature for us to pitch our yeast. So that's what we'll do now. So I've taken about 50 milliliters of my must out of the primary and put it into a little cup here. I'm checking my temperature that it's at 40 degrees, which it is, and now I'm going to add my yeast. And now I set the timer for 15 minutes. So our yeast has nicely started. You can see good foaming at the top, and we're ready to pitch it in. But before we pitch it in, we're going to put some yeast nutrient into our must. So here's my yeast nutrient. I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons first of all. And now I'm going to add my yeast. And I'm going to make sure I clean out all the yeast, all that good yeast. Make sure I get it all out. There we go. It's important to add some yeast nutrient because the honey has very little yeast nutrient in it. And so we have to add some. And now once we've added it, we can put on the lid and attach our bung and airlock. And now we're going to let the yeast do its job, eating up the sugars and turning the sugar into alcohol. And we're going to let it sit here for about a week at room temperature. And we're going to keep an eye on our airlock to make sure we've got bubbles happening, because that shows us that the fermentation is taking place.